In this portion, we're going to show you how to fill out the puppy chart. Every puppy that comes into a store must have a puppy chart filled out. We need to fill out, before the puppy arrives into the store, the breed, the gender, the date of birth, and that's all the information that we can pre-fill in. But once the puppy arrives, you will need to weigh the puppy. So you need to enter the weight of the puppy, the date that the puppy arrived into the store, and who was the transport company. You need to include the entire full chip and include the color. You need to look at the paperwork that the breeder sent to us, and you need to look for any surgeries. If there is a hernia repair, or if the puppy was neutered, or anything that was done to this puppy, we need to have proof, and you need to staple one of those forms that the breeder sent to us into this puppy chart. You also need to look at the breeder's information regarding all the vaccinations. So this section right here is for rabies and vaccines. We count 16 weeks from the date of birth, and that's when the rabies is due. So the puppy was born on November the 26th, 2017. 16 weeks after that, you come to March 18th, 2018. We also look at the breeder's report for vaccines, and we look at the very last vaccine that was given by the breeder. There are two types of vaccines. One is Neopar, that only covers for parvo, and there's another vaccine that is called the 5-way. The 5-way, we count 3 weeks after the last date the vaccine was given, and for Neopar, we count 2 weeks after the vaccine was given, and that's how we come up with our next session. The first session is given at the breeders. The second session is given here at the store. Once again, we count 2 weeks after Neopar, or we count 3 weeks after the 5-way. It's very important that when you write down the last vaccine given, you specify in parentheses whether it was a Neopar vaccine or if it was a 5-way. As soon as a puppy comes in, after we weigh a puppy, we start him on our deworming protocol, which is Ponazeril, which treats for coccidia. For 3 days, it's once a day. The second medication that we use for Giardia is Panacur. Panacur is given for 5 days, once a day, and it's given at the first day that the puppy arrives. The third medication that we give is metronidazole. For short, we write Metro, but it's metronidazole 250 milligrams. It gets given out for 10 days, starting on the first day that the puppy arrived, and it's given twice a day. As you can see, initials are already here for the AM shift and for the PM shift. The dosages are marked down right below the description of the medication, and it's already pre-filled for you how many days and how frequent to give this medication. This other medications portion in the middle of the chart is in case the puppy needs to start on any antibiotic, either a skin condition, or if a puppy has kennel cough, or if you see green discharge coming out of the nose upon doing an inspection of the puppy when we receive them. If a puppy gets started on an antibiotic, and if the vet prescribed that antibiotic, you need to write down has own meds if the vet gave you the puppy's own bottle. It's very important that you specify the concentration of that medication sent to the store by the vet, and that you give the frequency and the duration. In this case, Doxy will be twice a day for 14 days, and then you need to write down the dosage. In this case, it's 0.2 cc's. It's very important that you write 0 point in front of the number. We start with the date, and because it's a twice a day medication, it's every 12 hours, we give medication always at 7 in the morning and after feeding around 6, 7 at night. We draw a line for initial noon medication because this puppy is not taking any medication in the middle of the day. Anytime we take a puppy to the vet, the bottom of the chart, we always leave this section for to writing down when we went to the vet, the name of the vet, what the diagnosis was, what's the name of the vet, and then our initials. Our example shows here that the puppy went to the vet January 1st, 2018, went to Monarchy Escondido because of kennel cough, and the doctor prescribed doxycycline twice a day for 14 days, and the doctor that saw was Dr. P, and then my initials, VS. the back of the chart, we always take initial weight upon the puppy's arrival. We enter the date. For the nose, gums, eyes, ears, skin, bowel, attitude, appetite, color, hydration, congestion, temperature, and comments, you can find at the bottom of this chart all the abbreviations right below. This section on the right is our abbreviations that we use on a daily basis. For example, CE is clean ears, DE is dirty ears. So anytime you use these type of abbreviations somewhere down here, we right away understand that that's what this means. FF means force fed, PRN means as needed, 8 on OWN is AOO. And if a puppy, depending on if the puppy is coughing or not, we have 3 different types of cough. For a slight cough, we have abbreviations SLTCO. For a moderate cough, we have MODCO. For a severe cough, we have SVRCO. And for no cough, in case the puppy is ever taken into our isolation room, then it's very important that we write down whether we saw cough or not. Once again, the no cough abbreviation is only used for our isolation room in room 3. For our puppies that made it into room 3, it's very important that we take weights daily versus when they're very healthy, we only take weights once a week. But once a puppy is taken into our isolation room, we need to weigh him daily, and we also need to take the temperature daily. We also need to take very close attention to see how much they're coughing, and we need to update whether the puppy is still coughing slightly, moderately, or severe. Those initials need to be put here, and we need to hear or have initials from the morning shift, and we also need to have initials and ratings from the night shift.